Hi, I'm Dr. Bhumika Batra, a founder of Research Academy at Bhumi Ground for Education. These days, research on artificial intelligence is developing rapidly, and SPSS being my favorite statistical software, a new option was recently launched in SPSS is neural network. Therefore, I came up with a new video today based on artificial neural network, which is ANN. So in this video, we'll talk about what is ANN, when to use this ANN, and where to use this ANN. ANN, Artificial Neural Network. Before we proceed with the when and why and where, we talk about what is ANN. It is a branch of artificial intelligence which works like a human brain. Like the brain processes, similarly, ANN processes a combination of stimuli into a output. So exactly same, our human brain works like ANN works. So if I draw a branch like AI, ANN develops from AI. Into ANN, there are neurons. Neurons present in input. Input goes to hidden and then output. And every neuron has certain weights associated with every layer. Therefore, this neuron acts as a receiver, processor, and output. So everything deals here with this neurons, which is the crucial part of ANN. So what is ANN? It is a branch from in artificial intelligence. It works like a human brain, like a combination of processing the stimuli into the output. Talk about when. In what type of data or situations we use ANN. Before I talk about when to use ANN, let's revise some basics of data analysis, which deals with the parametric test. What are parametric tests? The assumptions like normality, homogeneity, and linearity. When these three assumptions are fulfilled, the data set to be is eligible to apply parametric test. Parametric test, I mean regression, correlation, t-test, ANOVA, etc. So when the data follows normality, homogeneity, linearity, we are eligible to apply all the parametric test. If any one of the assumptions get violated, like if data is non-normal, in that case, we go with the partial least square structural equation modeling, which is SEM. Okay. When data has outliers, we go with SEM. Outliers being the important ingredient of all these three assumptions. If there is a presence of outlier, 110% the data will not be normal nor homogeneous and linear. So SEM works even in normal data and when the data has the outliers. But SEM will not work when the data will be non-linear. when the data has smaller sample size. So to overcome these situations or issues, artificial neural network comes into picture. I hope this is now clear that in when and in what situation we go ahead with ANN. When there is a violation of normality, violation of linearity, it works on outliers. We know what is ANN all about. Let's see where to use this ANN. Now, any data related to fraud, credit score, or most common and important is the pattern recognition. The best example of pattern recognition is the COVID-19. So ANN is developed from AI. This is clear. It is used in the data related to fraud detection, credit score, or the pattern recognition, which works from financial or in financial sector to automobile sector. So this is where we can use ANN. Through what, why, where, and when. We can sum up ANN as a mathematical, computational, neural network. This is what ANN is about. Now we will discuss the important parts of ANN called as the components of ANN. From where this ANN came up. As discussed earlier, from artificial intelligence, ANN develops. In ANN, there are neurons. These neurons are present in input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. Every layer, all input, hidden, and output, all these layers are associated with some weights. Keep in mind, the neurons we talked about, which are present in every layer, these neurons helps to receive, process, and generate the output. From artificial intelligence, artificial neural network develops. It has neurons. Neurons are present in every layer of ANN, which is input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. Every layer is associated with some weights. And neurons being the important part helps in receiving, processing, and retrieving the output. So these three layers, the input, hidden, and output, are the major components of ANN. Okay, now these layers carry or has a function. There is a function which exists in these layers, helps to generate the output from previous neuron. Because neuron is present in every layer, so these functions helps to generate the output from the previous neuron, and this function is termed as activation function. These functions are called as activation function. We discussed about weights which are associated with input layer, hidden layer and output layer. Here are the weights. Let's talk about what are weights here in layers. Weights are used as input multiplier which enters the neuron each neuron are connected to each other with the help of weights, or they carry the weights. We also discussed about layer, the hidden input and output. Every layer has one or more neuron. This is the input layer. This is the output layer. If there is only input and output layer, we called it single layer perceptron. If we just have input layer and the output layer, it is called single layer perceptron. If we have input, it passes through certain hidden layers and then brings a output. So this is input, these are hidden layers and they generate output. If any of the ANN structure has one hidden or more than one hidden layer between input and output, it is called multi-perceptron layer or multi-layer perceptron, MLP. Its short form is MLP, multi-layer perceptron. If MLP has more than one hidden layer, it is called deep neural network. This is a vast part of the ANN, so we will not cover this one. Let's focus till here, multi-layer perceptron. These are the basics of ANN which we have discussed in this video, like what is ANN, in which sector, in which type of research or study we apply ANN, where to use and what kind of data we use ANN, how does it looks like, what are the major components of ANN, what all layers includes in ANN, the neurons, weights, activation function, everything about the ANN. So I hope this video is helpful for you to understand the basic structure of artificial neural network and if you can apply in your study. To learn how to apply this in SPSS, do visit www.edbhumi.com or you can reach us at 800 399 2605. Thank you.